to Scholastic Sports America. I'm Melissa Stark, and we are bringing you the show this week from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, when you think of Pittsburgh, you've got to think of football. So many great players in the game have come out of this town. And in our cover story today, we look at some of the future greats of the game, trying to continue the legacy of football here in Western Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, the Steel City, is synonymous with football and its steel mills. The 70s saw the Steel Curtain dominate team after team en route to 4 Super Bowls. And all the while, just 15 minutes away, the Penn Hills football dynasty began. Unofficial state titles from 1976 to 1979 led the way, and a 1995 championship put Western Pennsylvania back on the map. Now the Big Red sits atop the polls as the #1 high school football team in the nation.
I think we kind of deserved it. I thought we kind of deserved it last year, but we didn't get it because a couple other teams had longer winning streaks and a lot of other things came into play. But we really deserved it this year, so all we have to do now is maintain it.
Oh yeah, we deserve it. Yeah, we're 25-0 right now, and this Friday we might make it 26-0.
The man in charge is Coach Neil Gordon. In his 10th year, Neil has seen it all. From first-year blues of an 0-10 season to the highs of a Quad A state title last year and a 25-game winning streak.
We only scored 27 points that first year. There were only 29 kids on the team, so we had kind of hit rock bottom. And sometimes when I see the success we have now, I feel bad for the kids back then that really did a great job in starting it all over again and didn't really have a chance to reap the benefits. But first year, we reinstituted the Blazers to try to get a little bit of discipline about it. The second year, we were 3-6-1. Our one tie was against the state champion, the eventual state champion. That kind of helped. And next year, with a few more kids out, and the more wins we got, the more the numbers came. I still think that football is king in Western Pennsylvania, and there were great football players walking the halls and not playing. So the goal was to try to get them out there and play. So I probably did as much recruiting as most of the college coaches in the country this first few years to get them out of the halls and back down here.
We've talked all along about discipline and character. Well, now is when discipline and character are going to take over here. Athletic ability, you got athletic ability. So does McKeesport, so did Franklin, so will Gateway, so will everybody will have athletic ability.
Discipline and character is what the Big Red pride themselves on, and it starts early in the season. Camp is a grueling 7.5-hour-a-day, 1-week program, with the players staying on campus, living in the gym.
But basically, we all come in and live in the gym for a week, and it's sort of the time when the whole team gels. You know, you spend a week, you wake up in the morning 6:30, and you're facing 7.5 hours of practice, and everyone has to get through it together. You know, you pull each other through it.
Last year, Penn Hills pounded teams into the ground with their running attack and 300-pound linemen. They averaged only 4 passes a game. But this year, their look has changed. With the smaller line, they have to put the ball in the air. And there's one guy who definitely doesn't mind that.
I think my greatest asset is that I'm more of an athlete and I have a very strong arm. So I could throw on a run about 40, 45 yards just without even trying. Probably my other asset is I have 2 running backs that can run very well. So I don't get very confused on defense. It's just basically a 2-zone or 3-zone, so that makes it easy for me. And I can run out the backfield, and I can hit any pass I want.
Making it easy is right. Penn Hills has possibly the best tandem of running backs in the nation. Victor Strader rushed for over 1,600 yards and 21 TDs last year, while his partner, Dwayne Thompson, carried tacklers for 1,700 yards and 30 TDs. Both are well on their way to 1,000-yard seasons, just one of the many things they have in common.
In a way, we're just about the same. A lot of people compare us as the same. I mean, we both had good vision, good feet, and quickness and speed, and we have a lot of strengths together, so we're just about the same, really.
We're much alike, but I think he has better vision than me, personally. I think he does not. I'm more of a power runner than him, but he's faster. he's a lot faster than me. He don't want to say it, but he is.
But to run the ball, you must have the ball, and this defense shuts down opponents. Led by two four-year starters B.J. DiNatale and Penn State-bound Ron Graham, the Big Red allow a mere 9 points a game.
One of our weaknesses on defense at the beginning of the year was our defensive linemen, because we lost them all last year, and they're kind of smaller. They're smaller this year. I think they're about 210, 215. So they feel that they could run on us in game maybe 4 or 5 yards at a clip just because we have small defensive linemen, but it doesn't work.
The pressure is always on to perform, but for these guys, every game becomes a championship.
Well, there's always pressure. Being the #1 team, you go into week in, week out, teams are coming in and playing their best games, I mean, against us. Normally, you look at a film the week before, they'll play like semi-decent team, and they'll do all right, and then they come in to play us, they make no mistakes, and they just play the best game they can.
It was senior night for Penn Hills, and crosstown rival McKeesport came a-callin'. From the opening kickoff, this had the makings of a good smash-mouth game. It was Penn Hills going into its bag of tricks early with the halfback pass. Dwayne Thompson hit a fully extended Damian Germany, setting up the first score of the game. A 23-yard field goal gave Penn Hills the early lead. McKeesport's wishbone offense gave the Big Red early problems with big runs, but were unable to punch it in. Early in the second quarter, a great play fake by quarterback Len Gilmer found a wide-open Ron Graham for a TD, pushing the lead to 10-0. McKeesport got on the board just before the half, closing the lead to 10-7 with the quarterback keeper. Penn Hills iced the game with a fourth quarter drive, pushing the lead to 16-7 with a run by Victor Strader. Chalk up a 26th consecutive win as America's best team plots its future. It's football, one day at a time, living up to a legacy that demands success and nothing less. It's blue collar. It's Steel City. It's Penn Hills football, better than all the rest.
Wow, what a talented group of young athletes. We wish them the best of luck throughout the rest of the season, and we will definitely be keeping tabs on them. We got to take a short break, but before we go, take a look at the top 10 USA Today football rankings. Stick around. We'll be right back after this.